When the news came out about Anna Nicole Smith's sudden death in 2007, everyone was sad. After all, she was a famous star who had just been through something tough. But most importantly, there was one big question many people asked. What would happen to her baby daughter? Almost 10 years later, we're about to show you Dannielynn Birkhead, the same daughter people were worried about. Let's look at what life is really like for Anna Nicole Smith's daughter. Before we learn about the daughter, let's talk about her mother, who lived a very interesting life too. Anna Nicole Smith was born Vicki Lynn Hogan on November 28, 1967, in Houston, Texas. She had 5 half-brothers and sisters and was mainly raised by her mother in Mejia. The poor girl had a tough time growing up, and it's known that both her parents were mean to her. Her father supposedly beat her mother when she was pregnant with her, and this bad behavior continued. According to the future star, she was hurt and ignored by her mother. "I've struggled my whole life," she told Entertainment Weekly years later. "You know, I had a really hard childhood growing up." She talks about how her mother, who was a police officer, would not only hit her, but also handcuff her to the bed for days. As if that wasn't terrible enough. She also said that her mother let her stepfather hurt her. Interestingly, the future star's family said these claims weren't true. Her mother denied these stories in 2017, saying she and her daughter had a good relationship and that her daughter was lying. Her half-brother also defended their mother. Her friends, on the other hand, thought differently. One close friend, Paul, said in the 2023 documentary that the actress hated her mother. "She would always tell me she hated her mother," Paul shared. Besides suffering from her parents, Hogan also said that she grew up very poor. Her aunt told Texas Monthly how she used to secretly give the young Hogan some of her food stamp money just so her niece could buy herself some candy. Their family was so poor that they had to steal toilet paper from restaurants. Winter was especially hard with no heater for their home. So, the children had to wear warm underwear all winter long. Strangely, her mother said the claims about growing up poor weren't true. According to her mother, all of those stories were just a way to get sympathy from people. Even though her mother disagreed, her daughter's friends and ex-boyfriends say something different. Larry Birkhead, father of the model's daughter, said that she did grow up poor after terrible things happened in the family. Hogan's mother made sure her father wouldn't be part of their daughter's life. Donald Hogan went to jail for 6 months. With no father around, the young Vicki Hogan wanted to meet him one day. At 23, she finally met her half-sister, Donna. For a while, Vicki enjoyed a close relationship with her half-brothers and sisters. But eventually she stopped talking to them because she was afraid. They wanted her money. Hogan finally got to meet her father after hiring a private detective. Unfortunately, Donald Hogan wasn't the perfect father she had imagined. He even tried to hurt her. Her half-brother believed these claims since. Their father had admitted to doing terrible things before. Blessed with good looks and a fun personality, it didn't take long for the right people to find Hogan and make her a star. How great she looked in photos helped start her modeling career. What better way to get noticed than to appear in Playboy magazine? That's exactly what Hogan did, getting the May 1992 centerfold and being named Playmate of the Year in 1993. That same year, she got a modeling job for H&M, making her more famous since her pictures were shown on huge billboards in Sweden and Norway. She also appeared on the cover of Marie Claire and GQ. She got a contract in a Guess jeans ad campaign, replacing supermodel Claudia Schiffer. This campaign had attractive black and white photographs. It was here that she took on the stage name Anna Nicole Smith. Even with her success, Anna Nicole Smith faced a lot of problems. She had always felt bad about herself growing up. Her main worries was her small chest, and she decided to get breast surgery. However, once she did, the model still felt bad about herself. Her getting modeling jobs was amazing, since most modeling companies said no to signing her because of how curvy she was. She didn't fit with the super skinny models that were popular. In the 90s, Smith found herself being left out by other models because of her fuller body. She told Texas Monthly how the other girls didn't want to have nothing to do with me. Being famous also put her under constant media attention. She did her best to make people like her and ended up with a terrible relationship with food and an eating problem. Everyone was always bothering me because I was heavy, she told Entertainment Tonight. Now the press doesn't praise me for losing the weight, and I find that very mean. The media painted Smith as someone who ate too much, but experts saw through her pain. According to documentary director Ursula McFarlane, Smith's weight changes were due to eating problems caused by emotional pain. She also struggled with depression, constant pain, and borderline personality disorder. Smith's relationship with her father affected her connections with others. Director Ursula McFarlane said this helped explain why Smith married J. Howard Marshall II, who was many decades older than her. She was searching for a father figure all her life, McFarlane told Vanity Fair. While working at Jim's Crispy Fried Chicken, Smith worked with Billy Wayne Smith, who became her first husband. They married on April 4, 1985, when she was 17 and he was 16. She had a son named Daniel Wayne Smith the next year. But their marriage didn't last long, ending in divorce in 1993. Anna Nicole Smith married the 89-year-old oil businessman J. Howard Marshall II in 1994, who she met while working at a Houston strip club in 1991. This made many people suspicious, and most people thought she was a gold digger. She was only 26. Despite this, many friends said she truly loved him. Smith told Entertainment Tonight that she brought happiness back to her older husband after he went through something sad. During their time together, Smith took care of her husband, especially since his health got worse during his final months. Unfortunately, Marshall's son E. Pierce Marshall stopped her from taking care of her sick husband. He got a court order to stop Smith from seeing his father and stopped her from getting a $50,000 monthly payment. A year after marrying Anna Nicole Smith, J. Howard Marshall II died at age 90. A long court battle started with Smith saying she should get part of the fortune amounting to $1.6 billion. At first, she was given $450 million, but this decision was changed. To this day, Anna Nicole Smith was not given any of Marshall's fortune. The model suffered a lot more than she showed. It was well known among her family and friends that Anna Nicole Smith struggled a lot behind the scenes. She had a hard time dealing with constant back pain because of her breast surgery. Photographer Larry Birkhead said Smith also had seizures. Smith took different prescription medicines and soon was taking medicine on her own with possibly dangerous combinations. In 2006, she stopped when she found out she was pregnant with her daughter Dannielynn. Larry Birkhead told people that Smith never used illegal drugs. A lot of people had this wrong idea that Anna was doing street drugs, he began. She had doctors treating her for these problems. Smith tried to stop taking medicine completely when pregnant, since she was worried it would affect her baby, but her doctor told her that it was way more dangerous to stop while pregnant. So, she was put back on medication. Smith's bodyguard said the star needed drugs during her final days. Daniel was excited about becoming an older brother. However, just days after Smith gave birth to Dannielynn in the Bahamas, Daniel died just a few days after his little sister's birth. He was only 20 when he died from an accidental drug overdose. Smith made the horrible discovery when she found him at her bedside and thought he was sleeping. She tried to wake him only to find out he was gone. This shocking discovery left Smith so upset that she had to be given medicine to calm down. She was so shocked that Smith even forgot parts of what happened. During his funeral, she even tried to jump into his coffin. Then, 5 months after her son's death, Anna Nicole Smith died in her hotel room in Florida. She was just 39, similar to her son. Smith's death was ruled an accidental prescription drug overdose, despite the sadness that followed her throughout her life. There is still something good about Anna Nicole Smith in the form of her daughter who survived her. Smith gave birth to Dannielynn on September 7, 2006, just 3 days before the death of her son Daniel. The young Dannielynn found herself at the center of a very public paternity case in the end. Photographer Larry Birkhead was named as the father and given full custody of Dannielynn. It wasn't easy because on her birth certificate, Howard K. Stern was named as Dannielynn's father. Their custody battle ended with a DNA test showing that Birkhead was the biological father. Instead of being angry, Stern offered help and even showed Birkhead how to change Dannielynn's diaper with a mother known as a famous model. It was not surprising when Dannielynn modeled for Guess's children's line at age 6. Paul Marciano, founder of Guess, told USA Today that Dannielynn has the same playful spirit that her mother had during photo shoots. Many people were upset, believing it was wrong to expose her to the same environment that stressed her late mother. However, Birkhead defended his daughter's choice. Dannielynn has always looked up to her mom's image, he told Good Morning America. This is kind of Dannielynn's way of honoring her mom in her own special way. It might be her only connection with her mom. Larry Birkhead raised his daughter away from the public eye. After her modeling job with Guess, he said no to future modeling and acting jobs. He raised her in Kentucky and was a very hands-on father, making sure Dannielynn lived a pretty normal life. Right now, Dannielynn Birkhead is still living a normal life in Kentucky under her father's watchful eyes. The father-daughter duo has a tradition of going to the Kentucky Derby every year, an event also loved by her mother. It was during the Barnstable Brown Gala where Larry Birkhead first met Anna Nicole Smith. They've gone to the Kentucky Derby since she was 3 years old and continued to this day. Last year, Larry Birkhead posted on Instagram to announce that his daughter had graduated from high school. He shared photos from the Barnstable Brown Gala. The father and daughter keep quiet about Dannielynn's college plans. However, they shared that she took a gap year since she hoped to get into both acting and modeling while attending college. Her father has concerns about her decision to go into those industries, but believes it's his job to be supportive as her only parent. Dannielynn shared with E! News that Hugh Jackman inspired her to try acting. Her father warned her about the ups and downs of the industry. At the end of the day, she's 18 now, so I really don't have any say, he told People. This year, Dannielynn went to the Barnstable Brown Gala wearing the same famous black dress Anna Nicole Smith wore more than 2 decades ago. She also wore her hair in the same updo, making Dannielynn look so much like her mother. It was emotional for her father, who shared with People that the last time he saw that dress was on Smith herself. Larry Birkhead has been keeping Smith's wardrobe in storage for years, keeping it safe until his daughter wanted to check out her late mother's style.